Hi everyone, I'm Richard.
I'm Sonia.
I'm Kevin.
And our group is E equals MC Hammer.
All right. I guess we'll get started explaining our project. So we did the audio sampler, and let me show you our GUI first. So as requested, we use App Designer, and let me run it. And I'll quickly go through the design of the GUI. So for starters, we have a 3x3 grid of the sample list. And then over here, we have the main sample selection. So this sample selection works for any of the 9 in the grid, of course. And then there's a main, play, pause, and stop. And then there's a chop panel where you can enter a new start, new end, and press play, and that specific clip will play. And then we have an effects panel. And these 3 panels all apply to the sample list. Whereas over here we have play a tone, and that simply just plays the type of wave requested, not based off of the sample listings. Sorry for the little change in location, but I'll show you guys how to load a sample. So we're going to hit load sample. It's going to pop up. We're going to play Ain't No Mountain High Enough. So make sure sample 1 is selected, and then we'll hit play. Awesome. So it's playing in the back, and then we can hit pause, and it'll play from where it left off. Hit stop. You can start from the beginning again. Awesome. And then sounded a little quiet, so we'll bump it up, and it's louder. And then we'll hit it back to around where it was, and then hit mono. So you can hear how it's missing a couple of those tones that would exist in stereo. So to achieve that, we designed in our code a set of switch and if-else statements. So I can show you here, play button. So we have a if statement for if it's not selected, and then else, everything else. So we have if mono is on, or if the volume slider was changed, or if neither of those, it just plays normally. And then we have those 3 scenarios within the play button, and then same for the stop and pause buttons.
So right now we're going to be showcasing our effects. We already have sample 1 loaded from earlier. Our first one will be reverse. We'll be playing the auto clip in reverse. Turn it down just a little bit. And then here we have delay, where the audio clip will play a little bit after. We're going to test fade in, or we're going to show fade in. Here we have our treble booster. This one is our bass booster. This is our similar to our high pass, but this is filtering out the frequencies above like a certain amount. So here we're going to try 10,000. And now we're going to be filtering out frequencies below 1,000. And here we will do speed. So we can crank it up to, let's say, 2 times the speed. it's really fast. We can also put it down to half speed. So here is our actual code for the effects. Our first one is the delay button, where we basically just added a pause. Our second effect, which was reverse, what we did was we just flipped our sample. Our fade in button, we basically incrementally increased our sample, and that basically allowed us to increase the sound incrementally to create a fade in effect. Our voice removal effect, we are subtracting our left channel from our right channel. Our speed adjustment is we are increasing the sample rate for our file. Our bass booster button, what we did was we used the low pass to bring out the bass or the lower frequencies, which are according to the bass, and we added that on top of the original sample. And we accounted for the volume by breaking up the original sample to a third of it. And on the treble booster, similarly, we did the same thing, but instead of using the low pass, we used the high pass to filter out the higher frequencies. And here we have our high pass button, which is basically keeping the higher frequencies. And similarly, we have our low pass button, which is keeping the lower frequencies for our tone.
Hey, this is Kevin here. Sorry about the change in scenery, but I will be going over the chopping and tone features here. So in the chopping, I can make it anywhere between 0 and the end of the song. I would just do 10 seconds to 20 seconds in this case. Alright, as you can see, that worked from 10 to 20 seconds. Okay, so now I will be going over the tone. So I can play the sine function here. And as you can see, it just played. I can choose a key for that. Then I can go over the C key as well. Then I can do the square function, the square wave. And I could do the triangle wave as well. Do that as A. And then I can do the G as well. And that is our tone and chopping. Now here we have the code for the chopping, which is we've had a if statement, which then we followed with a switch and had all these cases for the samples. Then we had an otherwise and a message box for the load sample. Then we ended it and went to the else function, which gave a message box of the invalid value. Here we have the code for the tone feature, and as you can see, there's a bunch of ways to start and stop the play button along with the different cases. You have the sine wave, the square wave, and the triangle wave. The Aptone audio player playing it and having your decision to do either one.
Okay, and that's our project. So we went over how to load a sample, how we selected a sample, general play pause, playback, volume. We did chopping. We have all these effects, including a variety from delay, reverse, fade in, speed, voice removal, and we have tone control. And then over here you can just play a tone. And I think that is everything.
So this has been Team equals MC Hammer.
Please like, comment, and subscribe. Have a good one.